Welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. Hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. 2 days before Christmas. Hope you guys are ready because it's here whether you like it or not. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are rocking. And to help you out a little bit, I've got some tips that help me sort of deal with the Christmas overwhelm, how to keep calm, with everything that's going on. It's going to be a lot different this year than it ever has been. But that doesn't mean that the stress isn't going to be there. It doesn't mean that the overwhelm is not going to be there. It doesn't mean that, everything's not going to go according to plan. That's where I come in to help. I've got some tips that sort of help me deal with it. Stuff happens, life happens, it always happens, and the worst you can do is just keep being down on it. What you want to do is just do whatever you can to get over it and just move forward. And I got some tips that help me. Hopefully they help you too. Tip number 1 is to set the intention for the holiday. You definitely want to know what your holiday is going to consist of, what the intention is for it, what the goal is for it. Have very specific guidelines and consider lists. Definitely consider lists. Oh my gosh. I never really never really knew about the benefit of making lists until Tina sort of harped on me all the time. And now I love list making. I love crossing stuff off. I love the feeling that it helps me, the accomplishment. It just keeps me more motivated to keep going. But when you set your intention, you know exactly what you want to do. You know a set goal of where you want to be. So then what that is you have somewhat of a path that you can follow. Obviously, there's going to be variations. You're going to, have to change course, pivot, sort of think outside the box, if you will. But when you have an intention, when you know exactly what you want to do, when you have an end goal in mind, you know how to get there, or you know where you're going, and then how you get there is just, that's how you piece together along the way. But when you know where you're going, you know how to get there, and when you know what you want to do, where you want to go, you can chart a course on how to get there easier, and it'll definitely give you less overwhelm because you know exactly what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what you want your perfect world to look like. So then when you know if you're off course or if you need to change a little bit or if you need to pivot, you need to adapt, something needs to happen, needs to change, you know where you are and where you're wanting to go so that you can get yourself from over here back online to where you want to go. That will help alleviate a lot of the overwhelm, sort of keep your head on straight, keep your mind sort of to stop from rambling. That's really what you want to try and avoid more than anything is a rambling mind. When your mind starts to wander and starts to go everywhere, that's when you get overwhelmed. You start thinking that you have a lot more to do than you actually do, and it will cloud your vision as to how you originally planned your holiday season to go. Set the intention, make sure you know what you're doing, what you want, and figure out a way how to get there. Make it that way. Number 2 is step away. Definitely step away from the stressful situations. No matter how much you plan, how much you role play, how much you think is going to go right, something always goes wrong. Something always needs to change. There always comes a situation where you need to adapt to something new, where you need to pivot, where you need to, anything happens, everything happens, it seems, all at once. And when that all happens, and plus this time of year, you're seeing people that you normally never see. You only can tolerate them for a couple times a year, and this being one of them. So, and for a lot of time, for a lot of family, a lot of friends, stuff like that, there does come a point in time where you need to remove yourself from the situation because you may or may not say something or do something that you're going to regret later. And over the holiday seasons, that's definitely not something that you want to do because this is the time of year that you're going to remember more than anything. It doesn't matter what happened throughout the year. The holiday season, the end of the year, sort of this bonanza, if you will, this is how you're going to be remembered. This is how you are going to remember. So if you go out there and you make a jerk out of yourself, or you do something that you're not really proud of, it's only on you. And so that's why you need to take it upon yourself to remove yourself from the situation, to go and do whatever you need to do that's not in that moment. You can't always expect other people to be the bigger person. So be that bigger person. Do what you know needs to be done. Don't put your foot down, don't be that hoorah person. You need to listen to me. Remove yourself. And that leads me into my next tip, which is get some fresh air. So when you do have those stressful situations come up, go for a walk. Get some fresh air. Tone yourself down. Take care of yourself. And that's actually, it leads me into my next tip, which is breathe. And then when you're outside, you're getting some fresh air, you're going for a walk, you're calming yourself down. Make sure you breathe, in your nose, out your mouth, feel the breath come in. Definitely try some breathing exercises. If situations get too stressful, count backwards from 10. That one works definitely. Sort of give yourself a 3 count. Definitely whatever you can to sort of take your mind off of what's going on at that current moment. Take a walk, get some fresh air, breathe in that fresh air. Really, get into the deep of your solar plexus, and then exhale. Exhale all that negativity. Exhale all that grossness that's being pent up inside of you. You don't need that. You're too big of a person to hold down that garbage negativity inside of you. Breathe in the goodness. Breathe out the negativity. Do that. Go for a walk. Get some fresh air. Take your mind off of the situation. There's nothing worse than you doing or saying something that you're going to regret later. It's only on you. Be the bigger person. Do what you need to do in order to get yourself away from that situation. Oh, the next tip, give yourself a break. Definitely need to give yourself a break. Between Christmas and holidays and shutdown and children at home from school and now we've got COVID going on in the world. That's just another element of shizen that gets piled onto the stress pile that you call your life. So all of that going on. I mean, right now in particular, a mother, wife, daughter, friend, cook, cleaner, entertainer, the list goes on of what things you need to be right at this current moment. So you need to do yourself a favor and give yourself a break. Take 5 minutes for yourself. Give yourself that pat on the back. Understand that you are not invincible. You are not a robot. You do have times where things get hard. Things are a struggle. You break down. You're stressed. It happens. You're a person. You're a human. You're not a robot, but you're an awesome human. So go out there and be awesome. Give yourself a break. Understand that this is the most challenging time of the year. And if you have a family, if you're trying to host, if you're trying to impress, this is the most important time of your life. This is the dress rehearsal, if you will, right here. This is where all of your brownie points get put into a basket. And if you come out on top, you got yourself a very good situation after that. But if you don't come out on top, you've lost all of your brownie points that you've worked so hard to put in. Give yourself a break. Take that step back. Go for a walk. Definitely do what you need to do. Even if you just go to the bathroom and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, you know what? You are awesome. You are doing a fantastic job, and don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. That's what you need to do. Because that's what you need to hear. You definitely need to hear that, and you need to hear that. So when you need to hear it, say it to yourself. No, you can't count on anybody else to say it for you. And even when you do get it from somebody else, normally a backhanded compliment, like, oh, you did great, but, the turkey was a little cold or something like that. Or, oh, that dress only kind of makes you look fat. It's a backhanded compliment for the best of times. But it doesn't have to be like that. You're awesome. You did great. You did a fantastic job. So tell yourself that. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you that. Don't wait for validation from other people. Who cares about other people? Give it to yourself. You deserve it. You need it. It's going to give you the motivation to keep going. So do it. Tell yourself you're awesome. Mean it that you're awesome. Because you are. You wake up every day and kill it. Every single day of your life. Do it. Next tip is to binge watch Christmas movies / slash TV shows. That's really what it comes down to. The holiday season, every single year they put on Christmas movies and TV shows on every single channel except for sports, in which they're playing sports. But that's what it is, and that's what the holiday season, the Christmas spirit is really about. It's about friends and family and letting the people that you love know that you love them. And that's it. And whether it's, you know, doing something extravagant or just sitting on the couch watching some movies and some TV shows, being together, enjoying people's company, loving on one another instead of just killing each other, being at each other's throats all the time. Because it's really easy to be at each other's throats and to not give credit where credit's due, or to be, you know, to make it a competition. Oh, you know, I did that. You know, oh, mom wants your help with that, or whatever. You know, it's whatever. It is what it is. It's always going to be a competition. Let's get it real here. So, you know, let's get that out of our mind. But it doesn't have to be, you know, this big war zone. It can be friendly competition. It can also be healthy competition. But at the end of the day, you want to take a step back. You want to reset. You want to unwind, and definitely throw a movie on, throw some TV shows on, you know, maybe a beer in your hand, glass of brandy, some wine, whatever you need to do, unwind that way. It's only going to be more beneficial. And that way you can just come together and be together without trying to outdo each other or be in a competition with each other or trying to, you know, happens. My last tip, and this is what helps me more than anything, and definitely throughout this time I will be using essential oils. I use them for any situation, ailment, problem that I have in my life, and Christmas, holiday season, you know, fun-loving stuff, lots of emotions are definitely what essential oils are used for, more than anything. One great oil is cheer, and this isn't an oil actually, this is a blend. It looks like I have blends for you today. This blend, and this is one of the great things that I love about doTERRA, is that you can more tell what they're good for based on anything is the name. This is the name of cheer. It is cheerful. It is good for any sort of moment where you feel down or in the dumps or like you're not good enough. Definitely some cheer. It does have citrus oils blended in them, so just be careful where you put it with regards to photosensitivity on the body. Try not to put it on places of your skin where you're going to be exposed to sun, bottoms of your feet. I like to use it, you know, you can put it on your chest, something like that. I like to use it on the collar. That way it's not touching my skin, but I can also get a lot of the benefits from it. And then blends of oils. What I actually learned something cool at convention was when you blend oils, you actually they actually enhance the benefit of all the oils that are in there. So so you're actually getting more benefits of the oils just by them being blended together. Another oil is called it's called Breathe in the US, Easy Air in Canada. This is the respiratory blend. This is nothing more for than to sort of catch your breath. You know, when you're really stressed, when you're really down on yourself, when you're really not feeling it, it's really easy to lose your breath, to sort of, you know, need to sit down, to need that paper bag feeling where you think you're going to vomit. Definitely get some of this respiratory blend. Rub a little bit on your chest. This is doTERRA's version of the Vicks Vapor Rub. I love it. I love it using it for anything respiratory, but I also love using it for times like this where you need to catch your breath, where you need to take a break, where you need to just have your give your respiratory system a little bit of an aid. And then my last oil blend for you guys, which is actually not necessarily anything to do with emotions. It's called On Guard. I like this one simply because it's got cinnamon in it. So it smells like Christmas. This is one of those oils that I pull out at any time of the year when I need kind of a little up boosting, because it does smell like Christmas. It does smell like the holiday season. It's the immunity blend. It's On Guard. It's great for boosting your immune system. But I love it for, like I said, because it smells like Christmas. And if there's one thing that you want the holiday season to smell like, it's Christmas. So do a couple of drops of that in your diffuser, and you definitely will thank me later. That's all I got for you for today. My tips for keeping calm throughout the Christmas sort of rush, hoorah, if you will. You want to set the intention for your holiday. What do you want to accomplish? Figure it out. Definitely figure it out sooner rather than later. Step away from stressful situations. Get some fresh air. Go for a walk. Breathe in through your nose. Negativity out through your mouth. Give yourself a break. Oh my God, you are awesome. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a hug. Do what you need to. Binge watch Christmas movies / TV shows. This is what the holiday seasons are all about. It's all about Christmas movies that you've seen 7,000 times before and yet are super excited to watch it 7,000 more times. And the last tip is essential oils. Definitely give them a try. You won't regret your decision. Thank you so much for joining me. I very much appreciate you guys. I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, feel free to share this with your friends, family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and reach out to me. We'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have an awesome Wednesday evening. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and I hope you guys are ready for rocking. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.